I was wondering, given you've spent so much time working in the Arsenal supply line, feeding strikers, obviously a lot of positive stuff can be said about Arsenal's build-up play. It's always
Yeah.
that just adding that end product. I know a lot of names get thrown out like Isaac and Gyökeres.
Well, that's the whole bit. You know, who's you get? That's the problem they're going to have. They've got to scout. They've got to scout the network now and see what they can bring in. And yeah, I'm sure there will be movement because I think the board know that they need a forward. Watkins was mentioned. Look, he could be a good fit for Arsenal. Maybe he's I don't know what sort of money they would want for him. But they've got a lot of attacking players, Aston Villa. I know they lost John Duran, but whether they can nick him and it's a quick fix they need, isn't it? I mean, they've got good players at Arsenal, and you just need someone to put the ball in the back of the net. I mean, you're crying out for Thierry Henry when I play, sort of thing. But they're really hard to find strikers. That's why they demand lots of money. That's why they get big wages. And the big question is now, this is scouting network. I've got to really work hard to bring in. I think Delap might be a player that you could probably get, and develop. But I don't think you could rely on him to score you in a big team like Arsenal and rely on him you winning your league. But I do like the way he played at Ipswich this year. I think he's got the energy, and if you can coach him and get the best out of him and improve him, then he could be a good player going forward. But then they need a quick fix now, so that is because Isak would be perfect, but Newcastle probably not going to let him go, and you probably ain't going to have the money to buy him anyway because he's going to be too much money.
Yeah, perfect. Delap's the sort of name I was chasing you for, if I'm honest, because I was looking for that sort of tip above the obvious answers.
Well, now Delap would be
Maybe
good.
to complement
You could
Arsenal.
bring two in. You could bring two strikers in, and he's the one who's going to be, who can make an impact off the bench, and he can develop. He can learn playing in, training, and if he improves, like say Miles has and Waneri and people like that, how they've improved, then they will start playing on a bit more on a regular basis. But they're the sort of players you'd be looking at to try and develop. Mamiko, you've seen what he does get the best out of the young players. So, look, I don't want to see Ipswich go down, but certainly if they did, then they could be looking at trying to sell someone like Dillap.